we should now be recording, and hopefully we'll be going live. Hopefully we don't have any drops. I tried streaming League the other day and had some sudden internet issues, and I don't know what caused it, so hopefully that doesn't reappear tonight.
Yeah.
Here's hoping, fingers crossed. We at least can do the recorded version, but it would suck if we couldn't do live as well. But
yeah,
it looks okay.
hopefully.
It looks like we're still here. So let's hope it stays that way and we don't drop.
Yeah.
So
yeah. Welcome to episode 12, season 6.
We're still here.
Yeah. Can't get rid of us.
God, I know you want to.
Yeah. I don't know. Do you want to just want to get straight into it? Get straight into the news? So we have some news this week.
Yeah. Netflix again.
Yeah. We're back at it. Being probably bad.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah. And it's loading very slowly for me.
And this is totally anime news. It's on Anime News Network, so it's definitely anime news.
I mean, Avatar is basically anime.
It's definitely anime. Same with everything else, even remotely related to it, like Korra or Voltron, because it is animated by the same studio as Korra. It's related.
Yeah.
And Dragon Prince. Yeah, sure, that's all anime. May as well be.
Yeah, sure, pretty much.
Well, not really this news source, but I found out one of the new shows next season that I'd mentioned looking interesting, Radiant, that's like a shonen. Apparently, it's based off a French-created manga, and it's one of the first, like, French manga and, like, non-Japanese manga to get an official, like, anime release based off of, like, of a Japanese studio, which is actually super cool. I'm really excited to check that out. Though, that said, that's only because they market the French manga as manga, and I believe it's also released in Japan as manga, because if you count all comics as manga, then Cyber 6, the Argentinian comic, counts too, but we won't get into semantics. Even though that's all this show is about, is the semantics of whether something is anime or not.
Yeah, true. So yeah, speaking of anime, Netflix is making more live-action anime.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, they can't mess it up though, because it's not. They didn't steal the property from Japan. So for once, they can't mess it up. One would hope. Although they've probably proven they can mess it up before. I was just waiting for, like, M. Night Shyamalan is known for his twists. His twist was he found a way to make Avatar bad.
Yeah.
That was his twist. So, hopefully, this is the non-twist version.
Yeah. They have said that this is not going to be... It's not going to have a whitewashed cast. So that's at least one thing in its favor. So, that'll be good. They'll be casting actually East Asian or Inuit people for it. That's a step in the right direction, at least. But with other live-action things Netflix has gotten involved in, not really. I don't really have faith in it.
I have some hope because it's the original creators, like the original series creators, where most of the other stuff is, again, like, oh, it's Death Note, let's hire, like, some English director who's like, we're gonna make him English. Though the one thing that the Death Note adaptation got right, that every other live action got wrong, Light in it is actually half British, like in the manga. It's the only one, it's the only live action I think that keeps as, like, a relevant point, but...
That's cool.
Or actually cast for that, but yeah, it's weird. They had something going for them. I see a lot of people say the Death Note movie was actually a good movie, just a bad adaptation. Like if you watched it as, like, a Final Destination movie with a Death Note parody going on, it's fantastic.
I find like that's true of a lot of movie adaptations of other things. Is that they're okay movies, but terrible adaptations
Yeah.
pretty frequently.
Yeah, well, that again, that's how I felt about the Kase-san
Yeah,
OVA. I felt it was a decent movie, but a bad adaptation. That's just
yeah.
missed the point, and I think that's what a lot of them do.
Hmm.
And then you have Avatar, which the Shyamalan one. But yeah,
Yeah.
the as you mentioned them talking about it not being whitewashed, they have the full quote here, which says,
Hmm.
"We can't wait to realize Aang's world as cinematically as we always imagined it to be, and with a culturally appropriate, non-whitewash cast, it's a once-in-a-lifetime chance to build upon everyone's great work on the original animated series and go even deeper into the characters, story, action, and world building. Netflix is wholly dedicated to manifesting our vision for this retelling, and we're incredibly grateful to be partnering with them." Is it just me, or are they just going, "Yeah, fuck you, M Night Shyamalan"? Like
Yeah.
half of that is like, we want this to be right, and the other half is like, we always imagined this.
Hmm.
We really imagined it. I swear that fucker doesn't know. Mm.
Yeah. Well, we'll see. We will see sometime.
I I really wish you know how there's like reaction videos out there.
Hmm.
I really wish there was a reaction video filmed of Brian Konietzko and Michael DiMartino watching the M Night Shyamalan the first release for the first time. I want to see their
Oh,
reaction.
jeez.
The original
That,
voice cast too.
oh, that must have been interesting. Yeah.
I can
Oh.
only imagine them once the rock floats.
Mm. Oh, I don't know. I've never seen the Shyamalan version movie. I've barely
I've
even
seen
seen original
clips.
Avatar.
I've
Yeah.
seen clips. That's it. Oh, the original Avatar is really good.
Yeah. I saw a couple episodes, but it was at a weird time in my life when it
Mm,
was on TV, so I was not watching a lot of stuff at that time.
that's fair. I missed a
Yeah.
lot of it because I'd always go to that cabin where there was absolutely no TV or internet for like 3 months a
Oh
year,
yeah.
so I'd miss like 12 episodes of a show, which is
Hmm.
awful, and there was nothing to do, and you just were super isolated, and it sucked. Uh,
Yeah.
Played a lot of video games, but yeah. Um, so I missed a big chunk, so I actually went back and rewatched it much
Hmm.
later, and it still held up. It's very, very good. It
Yeah.
takes a bit at the beginning to get into it. I find some of the stuff in the early, like, first book is kind of really childish and, like,
Yeah.
awkward and fillery, but no, it becomes absolutely fantastic. The climax is incredible.
Mm. I don't know. I've always thought about going back and watching it because I haven't seen Korra either, and I want to watch that more so.
Yeah, I need
But
to
I'm
watch
like, oh,
Korra
I
still
should.
too.
Yeah, I always think like I should probably watch the original series before I watch the spin-off.
Yeah, there's like plot relevance because
Hmm.
Korra is set like I want to say 30, 40 years after the original, but
Oh,
there's like characters that carry over.
yeah,
They're still alive.
yeah, so, yeah. On to the next news topic here.
Yes.
Yeah, this is something I put in here because this is a show I've always been interested in. But Right Stuff is launching a Kickstarter to make a dub of Emma, a Victorian romance,
Which
and give
also
it a
means a
Blu-ray
new Blu-ray.
release.
Yeah, new Blu-ray
Yeah,
release.
yeah.
Which hopefully will have the original. I've also been interested in Emma. I've wanted to pick up the manga for a while because
Hmm.
it's well, it's earlier work and doesn't look quite as fantastic. I've seen some of the artist's work on Brides,
Hmm.
which is incredible. Like it's a very, very beautiful and like very in-depth like period piece
Hmm.
set in like sort of the Middle East. Like I want to say like around Kazakhstan or something. Like those
Yeah.
kind of like cultures and traditions like Mongolian sort of aesthetic, but it gets really
Hmm.
deep into the culture and like traditions of the various people who live in the certain area around it. I forget exactly
Hmm.
where, but knowing how much like depth was in that, and Emma
Yeah.
also being another period piece, kind of interests me a lot into that too. Also maids, and I'm gay for maids. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
My only downside is a Victorian romance, and you know it's gonna be super straight.
Yeah. That's kind of the reason why I've never actually watched this show is because Victorian romances, like, I've seen a lot of them in the past, and kind of they're all kind of the same. So I don't know. I'll probably watch this show someday. But it's cool that this is getting this campaign for it.
The
Get
the
a new job.
the high tier rewards are actually like they look so good.
Mm-hmm.
You can. I was looking at the hardcover of the original manga tier list, but that's like you have to put in $300 for that. And I'm like,
Oh,
well, the manga covers like half of that, and then the Blu-ray's probably like another 70. That's still a whole bunch of money. I
yeah,
can't,
that
especially
is.
American plus shipping. I could never do that for something I'm
Yeah.
not like I haven't watched and I'm not super into. I
Mm-hmm.
just buy the manga separate, way cheaper.
Yeah.
But it gets into like Blu-ray discs signed by a member of the Japanese staff. They don't say who. It could be a random person who worked on one episode doing animation cells. Uh,
Yeah.
a voicemail by one of the voice actors, probably for the dub. Exclusive videos of dub recording. Shout out from the cast. Reproduction cells, which is neat. A custom-made
Yeah.
cosplay costume, so a custom-made maid outfit, I guess. A
Nice.
1/7 scale PVC figurine, an articulated Emma doll, and dinner with the Right Stuff president Sean Kleckner or Joe DiGiorgi. You can only get one
Mm.
of them. There's two of them, but you can only
Yeah.
have dinner with one. That's the funniest part to me.
Yeah.
What if you like paid that tier twice and said I want one with you and one with you? Can you do both? Can you do both at once?
Oh, that would be pretty funny.
Yeah, they are saying too. That if it's successful, they'll likely continue with other anime from the catalog.
Mm.
Um, it's through their Nozomi Entertainment
Yeah.
side, which I believe I don't know how much stuff they have.
I don't know.
Dirty
I mean,
Pair, Gundam Build Fighters, Magic Users Club,
if this is
Rose
successful, hopefully,
Prestiges.
they would do season 2 of Emma.
Oh,
Cause
they just did the Maria Watches Over Us too, and the
oh
Arya, the animation dubs. So
yeah.
so they are slowly going through. Oh, they have Revolution Girl Utena, the TV series.
Ooh, nice.
Though I think that might have already gotten a dub or something. I'm not sure. This cannot be a complete list.
Oh,
This is these are ones they've been involved with the English version. So these are all ones they've already helped dub and stuff.
oh, okay.
Sand of the Sky, Martian successor Nadesco. So yeah, they helped with the Utena. So
Hmm.
yeah, there's stuff they've been doing. So
Yeah,
I want to find what
that's
their
cool.
other stuff is. That's like might possibly get.
Hmm.
Oh, they have a bunch of old Gundam stuff.
Oh,
Like a bunch of. Though most of that's iDub because Gundam was super popular for a while.
oh,
But yeah, Nozomi is owned by Right Stuff, I believe, and so it's anything Nozomi.
hmm,
Yeah, they did Arya. Oh, they have All My Buddha, which is like popular.
hmm.
Arya. Oh, they have the Astro Boy stuff.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, I found on the Kickstarter the season 2 of Emma is a uh, stretch goal for
Mm.
180,000. They'll do season 2 as well.
They'll probably make it. I think just from the rate I saw it going at last
Mm.
time.
Yeah, they're currently at about 80,000 out of 110.
Yeah,
So they'll definitely make the 110. I don't know if they'll get to 180. That seems like a lot, but who knows?
Yeah, it looks like they have a lot of early 2000s and previous stuff. They have the Galaxy Angel stuff. Oh,
Hmm.
I love that show. But yeah, lots of Gundam, lots of like 80s to early 2000s shows.
Ooh,
Some other stuff like
yeah.
Hyako, which rest in peace, the manga. It's been on
Mm.
hiatus since 2008. People want to talk about Berserk being on hiatus long. I don't think it's ever been on hiatus longer than a year and a half or something. Meanwhile, World Trigger's been on hiatus for pretty much 2 now, and fucking Hyaku's been on hiatus since like 2008.
Jeez.
I want that manga again. I think the author just like doesn't care about it anymore, but he's like, oh, I'll go back to it eventually. So it's just
Yeah.
hiatus and not
Well,
dropped.
dang.
So much Gundam. I didn't even know half these Gundams existed. Like Gundam Age Memory of
Yeah.
Eden.
Oh, I've never heard of that one. Jeez.
I've only vaguely even heard of Gundam Age. Like just in passing.
Yeah.
There's so much Gundam.
There's so much Gundam.
I need to pick up more Gundam stuff. I don't watch enough of it.
Yeah.
I still have to watch season 2 of Iron Blood Orphans.
Mm-hmm. I hear that one's good. I should watch that one.
The first season was fantastic. Oh, they got like Princess Knight, which I'm very curious. I tried watching it and it did not hold up. There was like really straight up racism stuff. Like they had a whole thing where it was all like, "Oh, the gypsies are even gonna kidnap you." Like that was a whole episode early on, and it's like,
yeah,
I'm
that ain't
pretty
great.
sure gypsy is a bad word to use when referring to people,
Yeah.
and
Yeah, it
I'm
is.
only using it because I'm saying that's what they said. That's the term they use. So
Yeah.
don't call people
Yeah.
that. Yeah, it was I was like, geez, this is definitely dated. It's like 50 years.
Yeah.
Jesus, I couldn't get to episodes. They were painful. Oh, they have Cobra, Space Adventure Cobra.
Ah, nice.
The Space Pirate Mito too. Oh my god, please dub the second season of Space Pirate Mito. The first season's dub was so good. The dude who sounds like he's doing a Schwarzenegger impression but really badly, yelling Domo Arigato, Mr. Roboto is fantastic. I love that little shithead kid.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, they actually have some really cool stuff. I would be very interested in seeing dubbed. And then like 90% Gundam. Anyways.
Anyway.
If you like maid romance in Victorian England, go back.
Yeah.
Get a copy. I'm still waiting. I backed the Gunsmith Cats release. I'm still waiting for it, but I mean, you get updates. It's just not quite there yet.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that didn't end all that long ago. It's like just a couple months.
I think it's been more than that.
Yeah.
I think it's been about a year now.
Oh.
Let me check the the first backer email I got. There's also a game I backed that has just given me a new update. But that's different. Oh, it's just they have a Steam page out for that game. Okay. So alright. There's been 23 updates. The first came okay, yeah, no, you're right. It's not been that long. March 25th was the first one.
Okay.
Why did I think it was longer? Oh yeah, it's because time became irrelevant to me April 1st. April Fool's happens and you forget.
Yeah.
You get tricked into believing time doesn't exist. But yeah, the last one is August 22nd.
Okay. Yeah, they're probably working along on that then.
Yeah. 22nd. That's been about a month. They usually do 2 a month. 2 or 3. They haven't done any this month yet. They did a whole bunch in April.
Yeah.
I'm trying to see if they I'm trying to find ones that aren't about backer goals and are about the actual like current progress.
Oh yeah.
I'm not.
If I were a production company, I would stay pretty quiet about that stuff. Just I don't know. Yeah.
Oh, there's one about them hiring more people.
Yeah.
Back in July to just go over the script and say if it makes sense or not, like the dub stuff. They were looking for people relevant in music, like time period music, cars, weapons, animation production, to like proofread stuff.
Yeah.
And they wanted one proofreader with non-standard color vision, another who is deaf or hearing impaired. for
Mm.
testing how good the subs are for people like that, which is really good. Like they're looking to make sure it's inclusive.
Yeah,
Because
that's good.
if you make subs that like people who are hearing impaired can't read, or people with like some non-standard vision, like
Hmm.
red blue color blindness, or red green or whatever yellow. I
Hmm.
forget I forget the ones, but you know what
Yeah.
I mean. If people can't read the subs, there's no point in them. So it's nice
Hmm.
that they're trying to make sure they work. Which, yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. And our last news story is actually like 8 news stories, I think. Because
yeah,
Seven Seas licensed a whole bunch of things. I think there's 8 or 9.
yeah. They did a uh like back to school thing, kind of. Even though it's been back to school for a
Hmm.
while,
Yeah,
for a few
they
weeks.
did 8 things.
Yes, I'm trying to find where it started. I scrolled too far down.
Yeah, it's just the top 8 on this page. You
Yeah,
just stop at the top and go down.
yeah, September 19th. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can
First
start
one,
from the top.
top. Okay.
Alright. So the first one is a release of Blank Canvas, My So-Called Artist Journey, which is a sort
It's a
of... Uh,
autobiography.
yes, about the creator
Yeah.
of Tokyo Tarareba Girls and Princess Jellyfish, which
Yeah.
I'm so interested in. I'm really glad there's more of this sort of autobiography stuff coming out. Like,
Yeah, that's really cool.
my lesbian experience with loneliness was fantastic. I'm very interested in this, even though I'm not like super into those manga. I've been meaning to pick
Hmm.
up
Yeah.
Princess Jellyfish again sometime. I never really got into the anime, but I figure I'll pick up the manga sometime.
Yeah. It's something I've had on my plan to watch list for a while. I'll get around to it someday.
Yeah. And it says they'll be coming out in single volume editions in a large size trim, which is interesting because I believe the actual like Princess Jellyfish and Tokyo Tarareba Girls are 2-in-1 releases, but
Hmm.
this one isn't. But I don't know how many volumes there are for this, so
Yeah.
it does say volume 1 will release, so it leads to believe there's more than one volume.
Yeah.
Next one up we have is a gamer breaks her otome world in 7C's release of My Next Life as a Villainess. All routes lead to doom.
It's a pretty good name.
Yeah, it's an interesting take on the isekai genre too, because usually it's all it's a dude trapped in a fantasy world, dude trapped in a fantasy world. It's like, nah, fuck that. It's a woman trapped in a romance video game,
Yeah, that's really good.
but she's trapped in it, playing the role of the villain who can only get bad endings,
Yeah.
which is
That is like
actually
a
sorry.
that is just saying that is like a fun twist on the genre. Which of the isekai, I feel like isekais have gotten so stale in what they are that you really need something like this to stand out.
I I don't even think it's stale. I just think it's the most generic ones are the ones that are getting brought over, the ones that get popular. I'm sure there's
Mm.
lots of stuff like this. Like there's Goblin Sun is super overpowered or whatever.
Yeah.
Where it's about a monster in a world, but there are people who are transported to that world as heroes. So it's like an isekai from the point of view of a monster who shouldn't have gotten powerful, but is randomly really powerful, dealing with
Hmm.
the adventurers who are like, wait, I need to kill you. Why are you so strong? Type thing,
Yeah.
which is a great twist. And then there's other stuff too. Like, I'd say, uh, okay, I don't want to say. I'd say there's interesting stuff out there, like being reincarnated as the fridge or whatever, the vending machine.
Oh yeah.
There are some
Interesting
twists out
ideas.
there. Yeah, like
Yeah.
reincarnated as a slime or whatever.
Hmm.
Though I've heard slime is very just brainless.
Yeah.
That's one of those ones that you read because it's brainless. You can just kind of like read it and enjoy. Don't worry
Hmm.
about anything. Which I feel is like a good selling point for a lot of isekai. Is you kind of know what's gonna happen. You're just there to like go, okay, cool,
Yeah.
and you want to be maybe more into the world building aspect of it, or you just want a self-insert power fantasy, one of the two.
Hmm.
But yeah, it's an interesting twist. I might pick up the first volume, check it out.
Yeah.
Next up, we have Creature Girls, a field journal in another world. Manga for mature
Hmm.
audiences. It's a Seven Seas Ghost imprint, a Ghost Ship imprint, which means it's ecchi, it's lewd.
Yeah.
You like fucking monster girls? Here you go.
Oh, hell yeah. Yeah.
Speaking of isekai,
Hmm.
Korimasugi Daisuke, a man fascinated by the complex zoology of monster girls in fiction, one day finds himself transported to a world full of them.
I
Oh,
I just realized I think out of these 8 announcements, I think 4 of them are isekai.
yeah. At least they're different. Like,
Yeah, they've got
though
something going for them.
I got transported to a magic world where a bunch of monster girls fuck me because I'm obsessed with them, isn't the greatest. If you want to fuck monster
Yeah.
girls and you want sexy monster girls, it's great. It's for you. There you go. This is the
Yeah.
isekai for you.
Yeah.
Shine on, you crazy bastards. I'm still waiting for that monster girl Yuri they announced forever ago to come out. I can actually scroll down and find it even.
Mm.
Uh, in Beauty and the Beast
Monster
Girl.
Girl Yuri.
Beauty and the Beast Girl. It's 2 volumes. They announced it back in
Oh.
March. When does this come out? It comes out in January. That's so
Oh.
long away still. I want it so
So
bad.
that's only like 3 more months.
Ah,
Cause somehow September already.
that's
Oh,
so
where
long. It's near
where
the end
has
of
the year
September
gone?
too. You know what's
Yeah.
sad?
What?
September 21st or
Mhm.
22nd, I forget which. The first day of spring, anyways. It snowed here like a
Oof.
blizzard.
Oof.
God. Speaking of blizzards,
Yeah.
and a horribly sad, depressing, ravaged world, the next series, Eve X Eve, Yuri manga for mature audiences. Ooh, now
Mhm.
this is my kind of smut trash.
Yeah.
Give me Yuri monster girl trash. So it's a science fiction tale about the apocalypse and two women who love each other through the rebirth in Earth and beyond. It says, it's not
Mhm.
Adam and Eve, it's Eve and Eve. What's up?
Mhm.
But it's a collection of 6 short stories exploring the more intimate side of women, loving women in different lives.
Yeah.
Apparently, through an apocalypse, too. I don't know how
Yeah.
that works, but I'm interested. I'll buy it.
Yeah. I probably will too, since it's just a
Oh,
single volume.
you know what's the most depressing thing about this? Looking at this,
What?
it's the price is going up in Canada again.
Oh.
So,
Yeah.
like, their light trim ones are going up to $17, and their
Mm.
regular ones are going up to 16.
Oh.
It looks like. No, these aren't even full trim, but the Monster Girl fuckers are. Oh wait, that's the Ghost Ship. They cost more. That's right.
Yeah.
Game Villainous is the regular size. Yeah, $16. Oh,
Oh.
those prices going up in Canada. Oh, when will our dollar stabilize, please? How has the
Oh.
American economy not yet crumbled and dropped their dollar into the oblivion? I'm sorry.
Oh.
You
It's
you
okay.
you're still safe.
Yeah, for now.
Yeah, I just have to buy everything on sale. That's literally I have not bought anything this month not on sale, and it's so
Yeah.
depressing.
Yeah. Ugh.
Anyways, more
Um.
isekai.
Yeah.
Skeleton Knight in Another World, both the light novels and the manga.
Mm.
Which game playing video game guy. It sounds very much like it sounds so much like what's that one that's really popular right now?
The Demon
Overlord.
Lord. Oh,
Yeah, it
Overlord.
sounds
Yeah.
like that, but not as good.
Yeah.
Like
It sounds
even
like just.
straight down to the skeleton appearance.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. Isekai's not my thing, and this one it doesn't even seem like it stands out much. It's just like, oh, he's a skeleton this time instead of a person.
I like some
Like,
isekai, but yeah, this just screams generic to me.
Yeah.
It screams, oh, it's a D&D campaign they wrote a story on, which, wasn't there an anime they did that with and it wasn't good?
Yeah, I think so. I forget what it
The
was,
one
but
where
that
they kill
definitely
off a
happened.
character every episode? Because
Yeah.
that was like the gimmick someone had was they could kill monsters if they killed a character, so they just kept doing that over and over. Because, yeah, once you kill the first character, you weaken your party to the point where it's like, wait, we can't deal with anything else.
Yeah.
Everyone's dead. We have to kill people for it. What a bad mechanic. Anyways,
Oh, yeah. Anyway, another isekai.
it's nice that they're doing light novels and manga together. I really like that. It's
Yeah, that is good.
really weird to me how some series haven't, or like how Clockwork Planet, the light novel, and the manga are licensed by two separate companies.
Hmm.
One is Kodansha, and I think the other one's Seven Seas, but I could be wrong.
Hmm. Hmm.
But yeah, that's weird to me.
But yeah, it is good that they're doing both.
And good to bring more light novels over.
Yeah,
Our
I feel like that's
next,
been like a relatively recent thing of like bringing light novels over, just kind of in general.
I mean,
Like,
it's kind of been around, but it's really had a much larger
yeah,
boom
it's
the
been like,
past
yeah,
5 or so
exactly.
years. Kind of with the new age of manga, light novels came as well.
Yeah.
I think that has to do with so many popular anime and manga being based off light novels. Like you look at like Sword Art Online, No Game No Life, stuff
Hmm.
like that. It's all based off light novels. Why not give them the original? They'll buy it.
Yeah.
Because I know Scrap Princess had a run ages ago, but I never finished, and I really want someone to reprint that and finish it because I really want to read those light novels. And then Kino no Tabi, I think the original light novel was released, but then none of the others.
Hmm.
Like there's been a few that sort of got released. There's one I can't remember the name of, but it's the one with the girl who eats books.
Oh, I have no idea.
The
That
book
sounds
girl.
weird.
Yeah, it's like a murder. Well, it's like a mystery thing. It's like a mystery of the week novel
Hmm.
thing. I read one of the manga adaptations based off one of the books, and it's like a murder mystery, and it's pretty good.
Yeah.
I kind of want to get the light novels if I can find them. I've only started getting into light novels myself. I picked up Occultic 9 and Magical Girl Raising Project, but
Mm.
it's a nice change of pace.
Yeah.
Yeah, also the Isolator.
Hmm.
Oh yeah, Dot Hack Cell, that was another one of the old ones. That was a Tokyo Pop one.
Oh.
It's
Wow.
actually one of my favorite Dot Hack series, but
Cool.
yeah, our next manga coming out is a spin-off of an isekai,
Yeah.
uh, which also has the light novels coming out for the original. It's Mushko Tensei, and this is the Roxy Get Serious spin-off, which, what a name.
Yeah. That's a good name.
It's nice that they're doing the spin-offs too. That's one of the things I was really, uh, I really like that they did with the Dragon Maid is they've been putting out all of those spin-offs as well, and they've been staggering their releases of
Hmm.
them. So you like there's just constant Dragon Maid content through all the spin-offs, which is neat.
Yeah, that's good.
My favorite Elma, my favorite dragon, is about to get a spin-off, and I'm excited.
Oh,
Can't
nice.
wait to read it. I'm surprised there's not a Fafnir spin-off yet, but I guess he's not a hot girl. And then Lukoa they can't do because it'd be porn. Uh,
Yeah.
like they've literally made the jokes about the reason she's not a goddess anymore is because she. I believe in the actual like original stories and lores because she's Quetzalcoatl.
Hmm.
Fucked her sibling. Yeah, and that's how you
Jeez.
stop being that's how you stop being a goddess apparently.
Oh. Huh.
Maybe
Good to
that's
know,
just
I guess.
maybe that's not in the original lore. That might just be an anime thing too, an anime interpretation of the real reason, which might be like sister betrayed or something. I don't know.
Hmm.
Anyways, if you like Mushiko Tensei, here you go. You got this. It's more Mushiko Tensei. For anyone who thinks Roxy is best girl, you got this. And I know nothing about this series, but that smirk, I want to say Roxy is best girl.
Yeah,
Look at that
probably.
smirk.
Yeah. Not knowing anything else about that series, she is best. Yeah.
We got more More beasts. This one
Yeah.
sounds more like it's a mix between I almost want to say it sounds like a mix between Girl from Another Side and what's it called? Ancient
It,
Ancient
it,
Magus Bride. There we go.
yeah.
I'm
I,
I'm so
I
sick of
don't.
these fantasy manga about a girl and her like beastly male protector that like it's clearly gonna be super into romance. Like just give me the girl who can like look after her fucking self, doing stuff with monsters. Oh, look, it even says for fans of Ancient Magus Bride and Girl from the Other Side. I didn't even read that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been playing. I could have just read the thing.
Yeah. Yeah. It really bothers me that they put that in here because it's just like that. Those two series are super different from each other, and they're like, oh, if you like these, you'll like this, and like those are two wildly different things, and they like
The
are related
aesthetic,
aesthetically, and
yeah.
that's it. But like, ugh,
Lots of
like, go
people
from the other
buy
side.
stuff aesthetically,
Yeah.
but
It's
I
just so frustrating to see it recommended based on that. Like, it's how a lot of people say, like, oh, if you like Land of the Westeros, then you'll like the Steven Universe.
they
It's like
put that
those
on the
shows are so
back of the
different.
volume,
Yeah.
which
It's like,
so many
oh.
people thought it was like a rip-off of Steven Universe because of
Hmm.
that too. And it's like this came out before Steven Universe,
Yeah.
like, or
Yeah.
it's
Oh.
poor marketing at times.
Yeah.
Or my favorite poor marketing on the back of Made in Abyss. Watch it now
Hmm.
on Anime Strike. Anime
Oh,
Strike
so good.
closed before the volume even came out. Well,
Oh,
well, fucking.
yeah. This is more bad marketing.
Well, it's
Oh,
about a young girl with a beastly protector. That's literally all three of them
yeah.
have that trope. That's it. If you like that trope,
Yeah.
you like a young girl and a big
Yeah.
monster dude because
Yeah.
you're into that. I'm
Yeah.
incredibly not. Uh,
The thing is, the girl from the other side is actually good, whereas Ancient Magus
yeah.
Bride isn't.
Yeah. I still haven't
Yeah.
read my one volume I got with my loot box. One day.
Someday,
Who
maybe.
knows? Maybe I'll enjoy it. We'll see.
Yeah. Who could say?
I can't write it off without reading it. I know
Mm.
it's not my thing, but I still can't fully write it off without.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
And the final one, which was actually the first one,
Which,
chronologically.
at first I was super excited until I read who it was by.
Oh, yeah.
It's Yuri about working women, which is
Mhm.
fantastic. It's I married my best friend to shut my parents up,
Mhm.
but it's by the creator of Netsuzo Trap,
Yeah.
which makes me wonder if it's just gonna be super trashy or if it's gonna be like
Mm.
it's definitely gonna be dramatic as fuck.
Yeah. I actually had read the first like two chapters of this because it's been translated somewhere,
hmm
and like I don't know, it didn't really hook me.
Is it at
First, it was
least
only
is it at least decent?
I don't remember. This
Do,
was a couple months
do you
ago. It
remember
was.
if it's trashy as fuck?
It's not trashy. I don't
Okay,
think.
okay, that might actually be decent
Yeah. I
because
actually
NTR is so
I,
trashy.
I did see some discussion about the series that like it's actually pretty different from NTR. Like
Okay, well
it's
yeah,
not really trashy or lewd or anything. It's
NTR
it's a
is
pretty different thing.
literally got the title. That's written
Yeah.
as like cuck porn basically. It's NTR. It
Yeah.
straight up just says yeah, this is cucking. If you like
Yeah.
cucking, watch this. Like
Yeah.
it didn't pretend to be anything deeper than
Mhm.
trash, but that's part of what actually makes enjoyable, despite it being absolutely like horrid.
Mhm.
But yeah, I'll probably buy this and check this out because I mean I bought and checked out NTR and
Yeah.
I'm gonna finish it. I'm only 4 volumes off.
Mhm.
The last one's about to come out, I think, in December or January. I'll just buy the last 4. Why not?
Mhm.
I'll wait for a sale. That's all I ever do is wait for sales these days.
Yeah.
That's why
Oh, smart.
I'm so far behind on like my current airing, like current releases because
Oh
of
yeah.
that though, but like
Yeah. Oh, it's a smart way when you're buying as much as you are. You know,
yeah.
makes
The
sense to do.
tide trying to get series you really want to get because you're really enjoying it. It's like, it's not on sale. Guess I'll buy from this other series, and then you get into that series. It's like, it's not on sale anymore. I can't get the rest, and then it continues.
Yeah.
I think the only series I'm buying on release is Murcielago right now.
Mm.
Murcielago, Murcielago and Inspector.
Yeah.
The only two. Oh, speaking of,
Well.
did I mention? I know I mentioned originally the vertical, or not vertical, the Kodansha release I found by accident on Knights of Sidonia. Did I mention that?
Oh, yeah, you did. Yeah.
Yeah, the page updated with a bit more information.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, so it's not just a blank listing. It's actually called Master Edition 1. It's going to be $40 or 45. So I think they're doing like, because the Blame releases are called the Master Edition. But the Blame release, I believe, is vertical, and this is Kodansha, so it's interesting
Mm.
that they're doing that.
Yeah.
And
It is.
these are 2-in-1s though. They've updated that it says the following ISBNs associated here. I can pull this up. I don't think it's showing my dead name anywhere. Here. It's slightly oversized from regular. I'm actually gonna compare it to the Blame size. So it's slightly smaller than the Blame Master Edition, but slightly larger than regular large size.
Hmm.
I'm guessing it'll probably be about the size of the Yoramushi Pedal 2-in-1 releases, maybe. The standard oversized. I'm not sure. I need an oversized series. Is a Pop Sims oversized? No. Oh yeah, Pop Sims is also finally getting released in print, which is the
Oh,
newest Tsutomu Nihei.
yeah.
Okay, I need to find an oversized thing so I can compare sizes quickly. Kakegurui are oversized. I know that off the top of my head. Yeah, so it's the standard oversize. It looks, or a tiny bit larger, it looks like.
Yeah.
8.75 by 6.35 by 0.68 versus 8.25 by 6 by 0.88.
Hmm.
Wait. Okay, yeah, so yeah, it's about just slightly larger than a standard oversize.
Yeah. Cool.
And it's 2-in-1s, which is neat.
Yeah. Cool.
So yeah, I was planning to pick up the single volumes for the longest time. I guess I'm picking these up instead.
Yeah.
Depending on the release quality, I might still get the singles. We'll see. But they're going out of print, so it's going to be easier to get these. So anyone who's upset they missed them and they went out of print, this is coming out. And still no image. And when does this release? April
It's not till
9th,
April.
2019, yeah.
Yeah.
But I still need to find that. It gives me time to save up money, because I think Possums comes out October 9th, so yeah.
Yep.
I'll be getting into that, and hopefully picking up more Blam, which is on sale right now, but not a good sale. It's about $8 off for Volume 3. Still about $5 to $10 less than I had gotten the others for, so not quite there yet.
Yeah.
Yeah, all these volumes going up in prices. Whew.
Oof.
Oof. Scary.
Yeah.
Oh, when does Voynich Hotel 2 come out? October 16th. Okay, cool. I'm excited.
Oh, good.
Anyways, yeah.
Anyway.
So I think that's all of our news.
Yeah, that's all the news this week.
That we rambled about a lot of other stuff that was also sort of news that we forgot about. So
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, let's get into what we're watching and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. You want to go ahead and start?
Sure. So I didn't actually watch too much, or read too much. I read some. I had bought, because on sale, of course, I bought some of the Arpeggio Blue Steel volumes, because there's a 7 Seas sale, and I know those are starting to go out of print, which is kind of made me want to get them now while I could, and I'd previously read the first volume, and now I have up to volume 5. So I read volumes 2 and 3, and then I started 4. I'm actually, I think, on like the last 2 chapters of 4. And it's pretty good. It's pretty fun. It's a bit harem-y feeling right now, but not like full on. But
Hmm.
I'm really enjoying like the sort of political like background stuff going on, and there's a lot of like military maneuvering and stuff. And while it
Hmm.
doesn't really give you a way to like kind of go like I can figure this out myself, it's still that kind of like very sort of chess matchy political like outthink the opponent type stuff,
Hmm.
which I really enjoy. I love. It's one of the parts of Alderman we're doing this season that I enjoy. So yeah,
Yeah.
I've been enjoying reading those since I got them.
Yeah. Have you seen the anime of that?
I have not. I've been meaning to.
Ah.
Have
Ah.
you?
Because yeah, I have actually.
Okay.
Yeah, it was like okay.
Oh,
It was weird because it does seem set up to be a harem, but then it's kind of not because it's like
yeah.
a bunch of girls and one dude.
Yeah, it's a
But
bunch
then
of
like
ship girls, and there are a few that are obsessed with him.
yeah,
But then also there's like the one who's like obsessed with the other ship girl instead.
yeah,
And stuff, and there's a few girls obsessed with the main dude, but not all of them. Like,
yeah.
which is
It's like
nice. I think there's like
it,
two that are very clear right now where I am. There's the
mhm,
former sonar operator and the one ship they defeat
mm,
really early on in like the first volume.
yeah,
But that's about it. I'm sure there's gonna be more, but
yeah, probably.
that's it so far. Uh, but yeah, it's been fun. I've been enjoying it.
Cool.
It's not one I have to think about too hard, which I kind of like. It's not like super dark and depressing yet. It
Yeah,
might get there, but not yet. So
yeah,
it's like I've been reading some depressing stuff lately, so it's like a nice break.
mm,
And
yeah,
then it's also not super overly dramatic. Like it's not just drama left and right. There's a bit, but I've been taking a little break from super dramatic series, which is why I haven't finished Sweet Blue Flowers yet, because there's quite a bit of drama in that.
oh yeah, oh yeah. There's tons of drama.
But yeah, so that's pretty much all I've read. I didn't read that much. And then anime, I lied. I
Hmm.
actually watched some decent amount, not a ton, but 17th was the last. I watched the last episode of Yamano Susume, this third season today.
Hey, me too.
Because on Mal it says it finishes airing September 25th. So I can't actually make it complete. This is the
Yeah.
24th, even though I have finished it. And I think it's because
Hmm.
like time zones or something, but it's bullshit. Let me make it complete. I'll fight you. I'll fight
Yeah,
you, Mal.
yeah,
Uh, but yeah, I really enjoyed it. There's that one awkward kind of mini story, and I didn't really like, but the last episode was really nice and really cute.
yeah.
And
It
I swear to
was.
God, the two characters definitely told each other they're gay at the end.
Oh yeah,
They don't.
totally.
They don't actually, but I swear to God, that's what
Yeah,
happened.
yeah. That moment was really funny
Oh,
to me
did you
because
actually
I
binge it all? Like you
yeah I
said you were
watched the
going
whole
to?
thing.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. But yeah, that moment was really funny because there were like a couple moments throughout the show that it's so clear that like the people making it know that like oh yeah, like they know that all the fans are shipping these girls together.
Yeah, it's
Because
like
there
an
was also
all-female
like
cast.
yeah, because there was like that part where they when they went to the castle and tried on like the princess dresses,
Hmm.
and had like Ali and Hinata standing next to each other like in the front of a chapel in these dresses. It's like
Hmm.
oh they know
Yeah,
like
they.
this
It's
is
so
clever fan
self-aware.
service.
It's so
Yeah,
self-aware, which I
yeah.
love. And it's like they totally. That's what they said. They totally fucking said, "Oh yeah, I'm
Oh
gay."
yeah, yeah. That's yeah. That was a really good end to that or to that season.
Yeah, I like the one point they brought up where it's like, of course, like I don't know everything about you and you don't know anything about me, but that's part like what makes being friends great is you're constantly learning about another person. It's always
Hmm.
exciting. Like you always there's always more,
Yeah.
and that's such a great part of friendship is
Hmm.
like there's always going to be more, which
Yeah.
I like that point, but it also makes you feel like, oh, I should do more so I have more for other people. Everyone
Yeah.
knows all I do is animated games. Oh no.
Oh, me too. Don't worry.
It's okay. I'm sure I have some hobbies people don't know about.
Mm,
Maybe I tweet
maybe.
about a lot. The internet spoiled us. It's just like
Yeah.
those old angry people say online because they also use it, but then complain
Hmm.
about it.
Yeah. Yeah. It was. my one major complaint for season 3 was that they didn't have enough Kaide in it. Because
Yeah,
like,
there was
yeah,
so
she's off
little.
studying, but
I
yeah,
told you there was so little for.
yeah, that was such a bummer.
I like that they had more Honoka though. I really like Honoka.
Yeah, Honoka's good.
Trans
Also,
Honoka is a good headcanon.
I really like that Honoka's brother is like an initial D
He's
wannabe
such a
dork.
fucking poser piece of shit. I
Yeah.
love it.
Oh, it's hilarious.
I'm really curious because your eyes comes in. It's like, oh, but your eyes like, oh, Nichan. I really wonder if Honoka's actually like that, or if he's just doing that to fuck with her. Like,
Yeah.
it's so plausible that it could be either one, and
Yeah.
that's probably what makes that so good. That interaction.
Yeah. Yeah. I like to believe that she is actually like that, and she's just embarrassed about it. Actually, she's like, yeah, my brother's a dork, but he's a good guy.
Yeah.
And like, oh,
But yeah, the scene where he first pulls up, blaring like "Yo" beat is
yeah.
so
Yeah.
good.
I was thinking, I really hope someone is able to like replace the music in that scene with Deja Vu or whatever
Deja
that song
vu,
is.
I've just seen this place before. Higher on the
Yeah.
streets.
Oh,
God, or
it's
Night
so
on
fun.
Fire or something. Any one of
Yeah.
those.
Yeah. Oh,
But yeah,
yeah.
you know
Also,
what plot point I'm talking about that I didn't really like, the whole Hinata kind of annoyed at Aoi for like being independent. I'm just like,
oh,
just fucking
oh
talk to
yeah.
her. God damn, stop being so controlling. Like you're so angry about not hanging out, but you keep turning her down. Like this is your own fault for not like trying to talk to her. You can't
Yeah.
play.
That's like the biggest criticism of this show kind of as a whole, or like as season 2 and season 3, is that all of the drama between Hinata and Aoi is like so pointless.
But
It like
they're
doesn't
they're
build anything, it
also
doesn't do anything. Oh.
kids, and that's it. Like
Yeah.
that's like so realistic, and that's
Yeah.
the most painful part about it, and why it annoys me
Yeah,
so much.
but
Is like this shit happens. This shit
mhm.
happened to me this year. God damn it.
But like what I really hate is that like that's just not this show. Like this isn't a show that's worried about realistically portraying these 15-year-old girls or whatever. It's like, no, just give me like comfy mountain climbing and hang out with friends and whatever. Don't give me this weird drama. It feels so
I do
awful.
feel like
Ugh.
they've always been very realistic, which I've liked. But I
Yeah.
feel like the biggest issue with it is more how long they drag out for. Like when they
Oh
do it
yeah.
only in one episode, like in the finale, it's perfect. It's the perfect pacing, is well done. But like the Hinata Aoi one was like 3 episodes or so. I'm just like,
Yeah.
stop, please. But yeah,
Yeah.
the finale was the perfect amount of that kind of
Yeah.
angsty.
Yeah. Because it was kind of like putting all that stuff to rest. It was
Yeah.
like, yeah, it was good.
Uh, but yeah, I I also love when they go to pull the poppers and Honoka's just like Joe, and then closes his eyes and doesn't pull it,
Yeah.
like
Oh,
just like worried.
yeah. It was
What a
very good.
what a fantastic, like it's so small but gives so much to like her characterization. Just like
Hmm.
the little details like that are in this show, I really enjoy.
Yeah.
Oh, did you see the episode where all their heads are all tilted up weirdly?
Oh, no, I
The
must
one
have
with the
missed that.
100 stairs. It's like the first episode with that.
Oh
Their
yeah.
heads are all sort of off model, and their all faces all have them kind of looking up. It was so
Yeah.
weird.
That is weird. I didn't notice that, I guess.
They might have fixed it by now, but I'd go
Mm,
back and rewatch it. You'll see what I mean if it's still
yeah.
there.
Huh.
But
Yeah. Oh, the last thing I want to say about this is that there was that one episode. It was like episode 5 or 6 or something, when it was just like Aoi working in the bakery for an episode. And I
hmm
was thinking like, man, I would really like a spin-off of this, of just the three of them in the bakery
yes,
working and like talking about baked goods. That would be
yeah,
so good.
that'd also be good. You could do cameos of all the other characters coming in for sweets or to hang out.
Yeah, exactly.
What a good spin-off.
Yeah,
Those would be great like bonus chapters for the manga,
yeah, that would
which
be.
I really want the manga to come out in English, damn it.
Yeah.
Give me that manga. If Yo Camp does well, please.
Yeah.
This season, by far, is a lot more of the Yo Camp feel when they do the camping stuff, I think.
Yeah, I think so.
Like, early on, it's not so much, but like season 2 has its moments too, where it's like very comfy, and
Hmm.
season 3 too. But yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. The animation quality is so good for like a 15-minute show. about mountain climbing, some slice of life. I love this show so much.
Hmm.
I
It was
love
good.
that the ending said "see you next time" too, or "see you later." So
Yeah.
more is coming eventually. Eventually.
Yeah. I was assuming that they were planning for it since they kept talking about Ali wanting to go back and climb Mount Fuji again.
I'm pretty sure that's probably where the finale will be. Um,
Yeah, probably.
Possibly in the manga too. I don't know how far the manga is, how much this is in relation to it, but
Hmm. I imagine it would be like they climb Mount Fuji again and then graduate and say like, "Oh, well, we're still friends forever
yeah.
because we have all these
Well,
memories," and
Kaede
that'll
will
be the end.
probably graduate at the
Oh yeah,
end before they go and climb it, so she might like come back after like
yeah,
being somewhat away, which sucks because I like her. Uh,
yeah,
that said,
yeah.
we have one more comfy thing coming up. I just remembered.
Oh,
Non Biori, the movie.
ooh.
It's coming out soon. I'm trying to search it up, but it's not showing it. Non Biori. Sequel,
Mm.
Vacation, the OVA, August
Oh yeah.
25th. Wait, is I out?
Oh yeah.
What? What?
It's already on Japan.
What? Must have been in theaters. Yeah, I'm seeing if Crunchyroll has it. It's an hour. It's more
Mm.
comfy, right? We're not gonna have much comfy for a while, so yeah,
Hmm.
it's not on Crunchyroll. What?
Yeah.
I guess I
I
have to
feel like
search it out.
I
'Cause,
feel like I saw a thing about that movie being like getting a screening soon.
hmm,
I think
possibly.
maybe.
It just came on the 25th, and knowing how long it took for the Persona 3, the last movie, to come out,
Hmm.
which I still haven't watched because it took like a year after it came out in Japan. I
Yeah.
just couldn't find anywhere to watch. Oh, I need to watch that one still. But yeah,
Yeah.
the Non Biori
Oh.
manga, there's one volume that's entirely their trip, I
Hmm.
believe, if I'm remembering right, and I'm pretty sure this movie will cover just that one volume entirely. Which I think it will be like super good for pacing and stuff. I can't wait to watch it. I love Non Biori. I need
Yeah.
another season, but I think the manga needs to get farther ahead first.
Yeah. Oh, I found the most recent news article on Crunchyroll is from September 8th and saying it'll get a wide release across Japan on September 29th.
That'll
Saying it'll be
probably
in
when we can start seeing it.
50 more theaters in Japan. This is only in 25 theaters on August.
That will possibly be when we start seeing it, like on Crunchyroll and stuff around then. Late
Maybe.
September, October.
It is late September. So yeah,
Yeah,
maybe.
but I mean later September. We've got
Yeah.
another like 5 days.
Yeah.
But yeah, I guess I should move on to the last thing I watched.
Yeah, sure.
I watched the last 5 episodes of Little Witch Academia, and it was so wonderfully mediocre.
Oh, great.
It's a good show. It's just some of the issues with it where it was super hyped up. Netflix then held it for a year, so you wait even longer, and then it just
Oh, okay.
couldn't match up. The OVAs are way better. They do so much more characterization and world building in so much less time. They introduce Susie and Lotta's like tribe protagonists, but then they end up being only plot relevant for like a third of the series, and not even. They're like relevant in the last 3 episodes and in the first episode, and then like for plot reasons. They're sort
Hmm.
of around through the first half of the series, not so much for plot, because the first half is pretty much all filler. And then they just disappear through like a whole section of the second half of the show where like Amanda and her team start getting their episodes in time to shine, but those are all the plot relevant episodes. So it's like these two characters introduced as like tribe protagonists don't get any of the plot episodes till the end, and then they have like these scenes where it's like, yeah, like we're doing this together. It's like you've not even been here. Like you just it's a mess. It's not good. The ending's pretty generic, though they did a very good job. While it's a generic ending, they did a very fantastic job at that generic ending. The animation's
Hmm.
fantastic, though the second last episode has some bad CGI, which is mind blowing to me because there's no CGI anywhere else in the show that I can remember except for the fucking second last episode at a major climax, and it's bad. It's like,
Oh.
what happened to the budget? This show is a mess.
Oh.
It's good. It's good,
But also.
but that's all it is. It was hard for me to even say it's good and not fine. It could have been so much more, and the fact that it decanonized the OVAs, which are infinitely better, just
Mhm.
upsets me to no end. The OVAs were like so much better.
Oh.
That said, I still like the series and I still like the characters, and I have the game to play still and the manga to collect still. But
Mm.
I'm just incredibly disappointed by it. That's pretty much it. It's just a huge disappointment. It's
Yeah.
still good. That's so awkward to say. It's like, it's good, but it's a massive disappointment. Because it was supposed to be fantastic and amazing. By all means, that's what people were waiting for. It was supposed to be like game-changing and incredible, and it just wasn't. Which is our own fault for getting the hopes up. It's the same thing with Dialing in the Franks.
Yeah.
But now we can hype up Promare instead. Let's go.
Oh boy. Great.
Be let down by that a year after it comes out on Netflix.
Yeah.
Fucking
Oh.
Netflix. I think it might have been more exciting if we could have watched it while it aired in Japan too. And there's all of the
Mhm.
all of the fan art, everything was going on, but we couldn't. So we watched
Mhm.
it like months later after the hype had already died down. Watched it without the hype pushing us, and like, because hype does kind of blind you to issues to a series. Because we
Yeah.
watched it so many months later, and I particularly watched it like years later because I couldn't get into it without the hype anymore because I
Mhm.
felt it was so weak. The issues were just too glaring. I couldn't. There was like no more people pushing to like talk about it. It almost became a struggle to get through some episodes because
Yeah.
there's some not great episodes, and it was just it's unfortunate. It's just a very standard show with nothing great going for it. Go watch the first two OVAs. Just do that instead. The second OVA is amazing. It's
Yeah.
incredible.
I should do that sometime.
But yeah, the shows. Yeah.
Hmm.
Anyways, so that's what I watched. I finished
Yeah.
that literally right before I restarted this, so
Nice.
I just built it all up. If anyone follows my Twitter, they'll see me trash
Yeah.
talking it. Lot is best girl, and they gave her so few scenes. It's so upsetting.
Oh.
Akko's like the weakest of the main characters, and she's the
Yeah.
main. She gets a lot better later on, but in the beginning, it's like I can't connect with her. This kind of
Oh.
just give me a lot
Yeah.
episodes instead. Damn it.
Yeah.
Anyways, that's it for me.
Yeah. Well, speaking of watching things, just before the podcast started, I was watching the first two episodes of Rewrited, which is a show coming out next season, but Crunchyroll put up the first 4 episodes of, and it has a terrible name.
Yes.
Rewrited is just the words, the letters just like fall out of your
Well,
mouth.
it's like
Yeah.
ride in between capital red.
Yeah.
Tokigo
Anyway.
no Dorita.
Yeah. It's like Derrida, the man who leapt through time, I think is the way to translate it. And it's really weird. It's not great.
Oh,
It's like,
Rerided is
mm,
Dorita just as an anagram.
no, it's not. It's one letter off. Because Rewrited has 2 E's and Derrida only has 1 E and an A. So it's almost an anagram, but not quite.
Almost. I mean,
Yeah.
it depends
It's,
on how you spell it or
it's,
pronounce it.
well, yeah. The thing is, I'm thinking,
Translation
like, I
spells.
wonder if maybe someone with not the strongest grasp on English wrote a lot of this. Because rewrited also could kind of sound like an incorrect, like a misspelling of the past tense for like rewritten. Or
Oh, yeah.
rewrite it. Or like,
Or
I
like
don't know.
rewritten, but like maybe
Yeah.
there's some sort of writing thing that goes on.
Yeah. I don't know. But yeah, this show it's not great. Because like, it's supposed to be like a scientist guy who ends up traveling through time, and I thought that was going to be cool. But then what it turns out being is, when he's running away from being killed, he accidentally falls into a cryostasis chamber in an abandoned facility, and it freezes him for 10 years, and
Wait,
that's how
it's
he travels through time.
Futurama. It's just
Yeah,
Futurama.
it's really dumb.
He goes
Ugh.
back 10 years
No,
to
he goes
keep a
forward 10
promise.
years.
What?
Oh yeah.
It says he goes
Well,
back 10 years to keep a
oh,
promise with his
well,
girlfriend who isn't there.
yeah,
That's what the rewrite is. He goes back
yeah,
because he needs to write her. Okay, that's the
yeah,
gag bit. Don't
yeah.
ban us,
Also,
please, Twitch. Bad joke.
I
I'm
don't,
sorry.
I don't think it's his girlfriend, or I hope it's not,
No, it says
because
his
it's like,
girlfriend.
that's what it says. But the, if it's the girl that I'm thinking of, it is his friend's daughter who is like 10. So
Let's
Hopefully he's
hope
not
it's
going.
not. Well,
Yeah.
I mean, he's 10 years older, so he's going back to when he was 10, right? Because he's 20 now or something.
No, no, he's an adult. He
Oh,
is.
oh.
He's an adult with a job, and she is 10.
Hopefully it's his
Yeah.
friend who, not the child, but her
Yeah.
mom. Hopefully he's
Yeah.
just after that
I'm.
that MILF.
I think. I think the synopsis on Mal is just a little bit wrong because they also spell like his name incorrect. They spell it with an L,
Galina.
and so I'm wondering if they just if like that translation is not quite
Oh,
correct.
there's a lot
And
of
instead of
stuff that
girlfriend, it's just like friend who is girl and
there's,
not girlfriend.
there's a lot of stuff that translates R's and L's where they can just be interchangeable though.
Yeah, but I mean like Derrida is literally in the title, so there's no reason to translate it with an L.
Yeah,
So
unless if they only change it to an R to make the anagram work, well, it still doesn't.
yeah. So yeah, that show is questionable. I've
Uh,
only two episodes. I watched the first two episodes of it, so I'm probably gonna watch the other two that they put up,
that's so
and
many
then
episodes.
probably. Yeah, that was the weird thing. Is it's like four is a lot, because like for Double Deckers, the other show they previewed this for this season, it's only like one episode, and then they did Pretty Derby last season. That was two episodes.
It's not as bad as Real Life,
Yeah.
where they did the entire show because it got leaked.
Oh wow, I hadn't
Yeah,
heard that.
yeah, the show got leaked, so they just put out all 12 episodes like the day after. They're like, just watch on the legal site instead, please.
Yeah, oh, that's smart.
Yeah, that is pretty funny. It was just like, I guess we've got this whole season now. We don't have to wait. It's interesting though because it like, there's that whole idea that like episodes barely make it on time. Sometimes that show is
Hmm.
completely done before it even started airing, which
Yeah,
helps
that's
break some
wild.
of those myths that
Hmm.
it's all barely making it by week. A show with a proper production schedule should be done before it starts airing.
Yeah,
Unless if it's something like one of those 100 episode shows that keep going.
yeah. So yeah. Other stuff I watched this week. I watched the final episode of Harukan Receive, and that was overall a pretty good show. It's just nice. It's comfy. It's like
Come, come.
it's like there's drama and there's competition, but like it's very laid back. I don't know. It's kind of nice. Like I don't know. I never got super invested in any of the characters or the story or anything, but it was still fun to watch because it's just nice. It's yeah. But yeah, the final match that they do was actually really good. Like in terms of animation and just they were like the editing and everything. It was really really good. It's much better than all the other volleyball and the rest of the show.
They
So, yeah.
saved their budget for the climax, like smart people. Unlike Little Witch Academia. No, they had some amazing animation in the last episode. Just the second last episode had that one hiccup.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, I don't know. It's kind of all for that show. It was an okay show overall. I know you're reading the manga, so you should probably watch the anime at some point just to
eventually.
see it.
As I
But
said, I
yeah,
need to finish the shows that I was like super close to finishing and haven't. I've
yeah,
finished one. We finished Little Witch. I'll move on to the next one. I'll start getting
hmm,
some finished.
yeah. Mm. I also watched a new episode of Hanebado.
The other sports. I was waiting for it. I
Yeah,
thought it
yeah.
was. I thought this was the last episode this week, and I was like, no, it's 13. There's
No,
one more.
yeah, one more because they had the 1 week delay due to the
Yeah.
earthquake.
Right.
So yeah, this episode was really good. Like it's really setting up the finale really well. I'm very excited for next week's episode. Oh, their animation still continues to be very good.
Let
It's
Erna
yeah.
get her girlfriend. Damn it. It's not happening, is it?
Probably not.
Probably
I
not.
don't know. It would feel really weird to have like any kind of romantic interests out of any of these characters because there was one thing that was like hinted at between two side characters, but that was also kind of shut down. So,
Is that the blonde girl and the guy?
it was yes, I think the
Okay, yeah, the
the
blonde
short
girl
hair
with like
blonde.
yeah, yeah, and then the guy.
Yeah,
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 in the
yeah,
first three episodes, I noticed that already.
yeah. They do a little bit more with that in some of the later episodes, but yeah, and kind of doesn't go anywhere.
Yeah,
But yeah, other than that, there's like not really any like romantic feeling stuff.
I guess I gotta go to fanfics.
Yeah, pretty much.
Damn.
Yeah, and then The last thing I watched this week was I had finished watching A Place Further Than,
Oh, I saw you tweeting
which I
about that.
yeah, that show is really good.
Sorry, I cut you off there. You were cutting out, so I
Oh,
cut in to like
yeah,
hide it.
yeah, it's okay. It's all that show is really good. It's really really good. I love it a lot. It's just it's like such a good like show about friendship. It's like it by the end, the last couple episodes, it's like the whole going to Antarctica feels kind of secondary to just the friendship between these girls, and it's very good. It's the kind of show that like it'll make you cry because it's so like happy. It's no mostly happy. There's one part that's very very sad, but it's like very touching and oh, it's so good.
Yeah, I heard a lot of people say the show is less about going to Antarctica and more about their journey together.
Hmm.
And yeah,
Definitely,
that's one of the ones I need to finish. I'm 4 episodes
yeah,
in. It's one of the ones I'm
yeah,
going back to.
yeah. It's really good. Oh, I highly highly recommend it. It's like easily one of my favorite shows this year, maybe ever. Like I think I rated it as a 10 because it's just it was so good.
People kept saying it's anime of the year. It's actually ranked number 70 overall on Mal.
That's really good.
Yeah, 8.60.
Yeah, yeah, that show is so incredibly good. Like the music in it is great, and
I remember early on, like the first few episodes, almost every episode had one of those scenes where they had like the song would drop and it would just be like super incredible animation for like the next like 10 minutes almost, just incredible scenes like the running away in the night market. That
oh
scene
yeah,
early on, it was so good.
yeah, so, yeah, that show. Oh, it's so good.
Do you
I'm really glad that I went back and watched it.
do you have any more to talk about?
Not really. Do you
Okay,
want other
do you want to talk
anime-ish?
about
Yeah,
any of the stuff you
yeah.
talked about in Deathmore? I have to go to watch them. It's okay, you can talk about spoilers.
Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah, sure.
Alright,
You go ahead.
you won't spoil me for once. Go
Okay.
share with the world. I'll be right
Yeah.
back.
All right. I'm actually not going to talk about anime. I'm going to talk about Yakuza because I'm playing Yakuza Zero, and that's a good video game. And it's very anime. Majima is a good sweet crime boy. I love Majima a lot. I like didn't know that Majima's backstory is what it is with like how he lost his eye and all the stuff that happened. And so learning that now is like, oh, breaks my heart. He's so good. I love him a lot. Like Kiryu is good as well. He's also a good crime boy. He's so pure and so innocent. Then he like gets wrapped up in an S&M dungeon and all kinds of things. Oh, that game is so good. And like I've really been enjoying the real estate mini game in it or the business thing. Oh, I don't know. I don't know why. It's like I'm just running around waiting for the timers to go and then punching people when I have to punch them, which I guess is what I'd be doing anyway. So now I'm just like getting piles of money for doing it too. Oh, it's very good. That game. I'm very excited to play more of the Yakuza series. So I've tried to not watch or know a whole lot about the story of the rest of the series so I can play them all eventually. But yeah, Yakuza Zero is a great place to start. Also, that developer is doing the Fist of the North Star game. It comes out in like a week, so I'm definitely playing that. I have to make sure to finish Yakuza before then. But yeah, mm-mm. And then I guess after, so I play Yakuza Zero, and then I play Fist of the North Star, and then I play Yakuza Kiwami, and then Kiwami 2. Oh, got months of games coming in. Hello.
I'm
I heard
back.
you. Really,
Hey,
hello.
so what are we talking about?
Oh, nothing. Definitely anime. Definitely not talking
Okay.
about video games.
Oh, video games. Oh, speaking of
Yeah.
anime adjacent
Yeah.
video games, I started playing Shining Resonance.
Hmm.
I tweeted about it, I immediately had people saying, don't call it a Shining Force game. It's not a Shining Force game. Let me get the actual quote because it was hilarious and it told me what I'm in for. And I started playing, I was like, oh shit, yeah, this pretty much sums up in the first 10 minutes. Because
Uh-oh.
it's. The gameplay's fun, it plays like a Tales of game, but the story is like, I already hate the MC like 10 minutes in, and I can already tell it's super haremy.
Uh-oh.
Um, yeah, uh, this is a quote from Turbo Dog, who is a
Oh,
speedrunner.
yeah.
Yeah. So it's I discussed this in my casual of it near the end. The only references it to being in the Shining Spear series where they spell aura in the presence of a dark dragon. It is not the same dark dragon as in the rest of the series. I bet some game called Dragon Ham got a name change, and that's where it's like, oh shit, what am I in for? I'm playing Dragon Harem.
Oh no.
Are they all dragon fuckers? We're gonna find out. Let's go. But yeah, I don't know if I ever mentioned that I did beat I Am Setsuna, so I've moved on now.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, great. I really enjoyed the ending to that, though I wish,
Yeah.
like, there's all these, like, sort of choices throughout that none of them matter, which kind of sucks, but
Yeah.
I like the ending. I thought it was nice. It was nothing
Cool.
groundbreaking, but, like, it's a cheap game. It's designed kind of as a love letter to old JRPGs, so the fact that it's kind
Hmm.
of, like, standard old JRPG, but done very well, was just, like, it's what you expect.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not a
Cool.
high game, it's not a long game, but it's nice. And fuck, I like some of the characters. I need to write fanfic. Oh no, it's gonna be
Oh,
trashy. Don't you worry, it's gonna be fantastically trashy, just like my Knights of Azure
awesome.
stuff.
Awesome. Nice.
Yeah.
Very good.
Alright, so yeah,
Yeah.
we got our video game talk out.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, also I need to get back into. I started the Little Witch Academia game. I'm gonna go back and
Yeah.
restart because it's been forever. Because I was like, I'll do it on stream, and then I did one session, and
Yeah.
I like choked on like a sausage part. Like I took a 5 minute
Oh.
break to eat food, and I choked on something. So then the next half was me going like, "Ah, yeah, it's great, and then I was just like, no, I'm gonna end it here, and I never
Oh.
went back, so I'm gonna just restart that.
Yeah.
But
Huh.
yeah.
Cool.
So I guess we're getting into book club then.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
Alderman or Pleiades?
I want to start with Alderman because I can be positive about Pleiades and end the episode
Pleiades.
on a yeah.
How funny is it that you
Pleiades.
kept writing it like please play like please day dies or whatever, and
Yeah.
then Minato fucking dies.
Yeah. Oh.
Please die. Why did you ask him to? He did it. It was all for you.
Oh. Oh.
Alright, well, Alderman.
Yeah. Alderman. That sure is a show.
We got
And
more army tactics, except they were kind of like we weren't given the chance to try to figure out ourselves. It was just kind of,
mhm.
hey, look, neat tactics that were Deus Ex Machina into it.
Yeah. It's yeah. I don't know. I yeah. I don't know where to start with this one. This is I I feel like the biggest problem I'm having with the show right now is that like the whole reason that they're in this valley in this forest thing to like hold off this army is to let the rest of their army retreat. And like I don't know a lot about having armies moving through mountains, but I feel like the couple of days that they got already should have been enough.
Especially since the other army is like twice the size, it's gonna move twice as
Yeah,
slow. Though I guess it's
yeah,
because they're carrying the wounded, is the thing, right?
yeah,
And
yeah.
also, I think they're also moving the civilians of the remaining uh,
Hmm.
people.
The Sanak.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
Sinak from their like concentration camps.
yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
jeez. Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's like they said at the end of this, they've been like, "Oh, it's been 6 days, and we need one more." It's like I feel like 6 days should probably be enough. That's a pretty big head start.
Yeah, because like you have to make your own retreat too. Are there no places farther back where you can just take an extra day to hold?
Hmm.
Or like I
Yeah.
guess we don't know. But
And the thing is, like this group that they've got there, they either have to win or they're going to die because they kind of can't retreat, or like they can't safely retreat
yeah, even
because
when
they'll
they're
have the
like
whole big army on their tail.
yeah, even
Yeah,
when they're like, well, 7 days, let's go. It's like they're gonna be like charging into you on the seventh day. You can't just well, let's go.
yeah. It's like they should have just lit the forest on fire and left.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah. Ugh. Anyway, other than that,
Uh, th-
uh,
I was I thought Kalakarm was so stupid in this. Like, they're this
Yeah.
elite force that's been tricking everyone, and then they're like, let's just do the most predictable thing for us to do. Like, they don't
Hmm.
even attack the front to distract them when they go for the back attack. It's just straight up, we're just gonna go from the back. It's like,
Yeah. That was kind of dumb.
they could have had so
Like,
many other like tricks and strategies, and then also like
hmm
if Kalakarm can like climb through this side around the castle, why can't the rest of the army just or like a larger
yeah.
force just climb around to the rest of the castle, bypass it all together?
Hmm.
Imagine if Kalakarm instead of attacking the western fortress just went all the way around and then attacked the main camp from behind. Like,
Yeah. Mm. God, it really bothered me that like Ikta was able to like he knew that that was gonna happen. He's like, oh yeah, they're definitely gonna do this.
it's gonna be on
Like
the
he's never.
third or
Yeah.
fourth day in the morning. Like,
Yeah. It's like that was getting into the like, oh, Ikta the tactical genius kind of stuff that I don't like.
God
I'm just like,
mode, yeah.
yeah,
I did like
like,
the thing with the other commander though. He's like, well, I'm clearly not in my element here. I can't do well enough, but I can fight textbook like attrition battles. I should be the one who's sent off. Like I like that. I like that
hmm
guy. That guy's like
yeah,
one of the good guys in this show. Like
yeah,
he's like, don't blame yourself, blame me. I'm your commanding officer. It's like, but what about you and God? It's like, well, I can blame my commanding officer. Fuck him. And also at the beginning of the episode, it's like, I'm glad you're safe. We need you for like the war crimes trials or whatever.
oh yeah, with the princess talking to the
Yeah,
general
she
dude.
finally came back and is
Yeah,
fucking with him.
yeah, that was a really good way to start the episode.
Yeah.
It was a very good scene.
And then they had her start waxing poetically about Ikta again.
Yeah, which is less good.
Eh.
Mhm.
I did like the scene, which plays again more on Yatori talking about how one day she'll become just like Igsem and just like
Mhm.
a murderous killer, but how
Yeah.
they're talking about how like Remian of the gun is like becoming more powerful. Like times are changing. Guns are now more important than swords. Are becoming
Mhm.
more, and how like Ikta saying that can take like burdens off. Like I think he's specifically saying like he's trying to reach a point where she can just be Yatori forever.
Mhm.
And we get a bit
Yeah.
more about his mom. Apparently he didn't want to be a soldier because he promised his mom. So that's something new.
Yeah.
Actually
Yeah.
learning about him, sort of. We're not going to find out anymore because the episode, the next episode's the
Yeah.
last. The next episode is just going to show his tactical genius in being able to pull together something out of his ass when they've just been tricked like 3 times and pull off an amazing retreat.
Mhm.
That's basically going to be it.
Yeah. Yeah. It was one of the things you mentioned earlier was about the like commanding officer guy that I don't know the name of. He was talking about like, oh, you're just following my order, just following stuff, and I feel like that's something this show has gotten into a lot of like, oh, we're all just following orders. Like what we're doing is okay because we're just following orders, and like I really hate that logic.
I don't even think that's the logic. I think less they're trying to say like that's actually it, and it's more
Hmm.
tell yourself this. That's the only way you'll forgive yourself and sleep at night.
Hmm.
Because that like it got into a lot of that. How am I supposed to sleep at night? Like how am I supposed to like
Hmm.
carry this? And like he said you can't
Hmm.
blame like I will take that blame from you. I will take the like consequences.
Yeah.
But then my commanding officer has to take him too, because none of them wanted to be in that war. But if they didn't fight,
Hmm.
they were going to die too, and that's like it does get into that. I don't think it's portrayed as strongly as they wanted to, which definitely sometimes it comes across as just, well, it's not my fault. But I think it is trying to
Hmm.
play the more I am taking the blame, and I do think it's my fault.
Hmm.
But it like the reality of war is it's not so much my fault. Like I'm not in a position where I can change this,
Hmm.
and it's trying to play the reality of war, but because it has to do it to characters monologuing, it comes out more like the characters just saying, "Ah, fuck it, not my fault."
Yeah. Yeah. That's probably you're probably right there.
I think
I
it's
am.
just poorly executed in showing it,
Yeah. Yeah.
like
Probably.
everything else in this show.
Yeah. I'm glad that in this episode, and I think in the previous one we got a bit too, that we got more of Suya, of like Ikta's second in command
Mm,
girl.
yeah,
I like her. She
I'm
seems
scared
good.
though. they're building her character up. I'm expecting her to die in the next, like in the finale,
Mm,
her or the other girl, because Ikta's harem's getting too big. One of the two of them has to die because only Yatori will stand at the end.
yeah, you think so?
Yeah, I think one of
Mm,
them, Suya and Nana, or both, are gonna die in the next episode. I think.
mm,
I can't see them
mm.
keeping Nana past this arc. Maybe she'll live and they'll be like, okay, now go back to leading your troops in this now like war destroyed mountain range where all these Aldera are still around or
Yeah.
whatever. Like,
uh, See, this is funny because I actually already know who dies because I accidentally heard a spoiler, so I
oh
know who dies in the next
shit,
episode.
I knew someone
Oh,
was going to.
mm,
But yeah, they like foreshadowed so much with the two of them arguing about like, you should die. No, how can I handle?
yeah.
If it's Matthew, I'm gonna lose my shit though. No, it's probably
uh,
either the commander guy or one of those two girls.
mm,
If I had to pick someone,
yeah. Well, I won't spoil it. I want.
I would pick Nana
Yeah.
if I had to pick someone.
Yeah. Well, I'm excited to hear your reaction
Well,
to.
all right. If it's, I can't wait for it to be one of the main characters somehow. Just like Hilma Becker, goodbye. That's why there was no character growth for you.
Yeah. It's like, oh, actually, we're just gonna kill off Ikta.
I
Yeah.
mean,
Oh,
yeah,
it's
yeah,
weird.
fucking yes. It's like now it just follows the other commander for the rest of it, the
Oh.
sleepless guy who's just as bad.
Oh. Yeah.
Well, they could kill him off too, I guess.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
actually, I could see Torway, Remian,
Oh yeah.
because
Oh,
they
I
like
like
talk about
Torway.
how like Remian surpassing Yator, and then they just kill him off. It's like nope, Yator is the best. Back to,
Oh, that could happen.
I could see them killing off any single one of them for the dumbest reasons.
Yeah, that's the thing.
But I figured at least one
Mm.
character is gonna get killed off.
Yeah. Yeah, I do know that one character dies. I actually don't know if any others do, but
All right,
I know the one. Yeah.
find out next week.
Uh,
I might just watch it
yeah.
after this.
Well, I'm very excited to see your reaction.
All
I'm
right.
curious to see how that character dies, and also to see your reaction to it. Because
All right.
I've been sitting on that since like episode 3.
Jesus, you
Oh,
spoiled yourself that early?
yeah.
What
Because
the fuck?
I was looking at one of the character pages, and it's just there in plain text on the page. It's like, oh, this character dies.
Oh yeah,
Like,
I think they do that with
oh,
Kana too. Let's go to Kana's
yeah.
page. No, no biography written. Kana, you deserve better than no biography
Yeah.
written.
Yeah. Her picture isn't even from the anime.
It's from the light
novel.
novel. I know.
Oh,
It's a very cute picture though.
it is. It is. It's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was a small detail I noticed in this episode.
Wait,
Yeah.
wait, no, no. Princess
What?
dies. The northern garrison commander says no. I'm not going to jail for it and kills the princess.
Oh man.
Oh man. What if? Oh god.
Oh, that'd be wild.
The amount of wild bullshit deaths the show could pull out of its ass.
Yeah. Oh, that would. There's so many ways this could go. Oh, that's kind of what I'm most interested to see in this show. It's not like I don't really care about the resolution of the plot. I just want to see what they kill off.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure
Like how they
Yatori
do it.
doesn't die just because the content from the seventh novel in the fifth episode,
Oh
where it's a
yeah.
flashback to her, kind of that
Yeah.
would seem out of place if she dies in like the third novel.
Yeah, that would be weird.
So yeah, she lives at least her and
Yeah.
Ikta.
Yeah. Yeah, they seem like the two main characters. They have basically plot armor
Yeah,
at this
for
point.
now,
Right?
for now.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Until
Yeah.
Yatori kills Ikta, which I am.
Yeah.
Let's fucking
Oh.
go Yatori.
Yeah. Definitely.
Alright.
So, it was the small detail I was thinking of before was I don't know if I noticed it before in this, but the two armies actually have different style air rifles. So where the ones of like Ikta and them, their guns like have like a thing that expands on the bottom of the rifle, but then the other side, the Aldera army, theirs has a thing that like fans out to the sides.
Yeah,
Like, oh,
that was neat.
that was
Small
cool to see.
details. Yeah.
Yeah. And it kind of supports the whole thing of like, oh, the scientist dude who defected has like given the same technology to both sides, and it's just up to them to use it or whatever. And so it's like, yeah, they're using the same technology, but it's like a little bit different. That's a cool little detail.
Mm.
I like that.
Yeah. That's also not straight up like where like certain wait,
Mhm.
wait. I just got confused.
Mm.
I forget what I was saying.
That's
Oh
weird.
yeah, it's not straight up certain if he's technically given both sides or if he just assumes some of his students are still in the other country and will like bring it out.
Hmm.
So
Yeah. Yeah, there was one part where there were like, oh, he's left like some of his notes in like a box or something. There was something that he had like left behind that had his stuff. Like maybe like his students had like deciphered that or something. So yeah, there was something like he had left it behind, some information. I don't remember exactly. But yeah. Mm. Oh, kind of my last thing for this episode is that this is the episode where I realized that at the start of this show, I thought there was going to be a lot more like airships, but then like that was partially just from the name Allurement on the
oh
Sky. I
yeah.
thought there was going to be a lot of like airship combat, and then there just hasn't been any airships at all until now. It was the one in the like first episode, and then there's no one, now another one. Like,
Yeah.
oh, huh,
Although we do find out that's like against the Aldera religion too.
yeah. It was a weird detail to suddenly throw in. I was like, oh, all the stuff they're doing is against the Aldera religion. Because they also didn't want to use the big cannons for some reason. Because that's against the religion, I guess.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, I don't understand how like the air rifle technology is okay, but scaling that up to cannons is bad. I don't get it. I don't understand much about this Aldera religion stuff that they've thrown in here at the end. It feels so like poorly fleshed out. I would really hope that they do a better job of it in the novels.
Hmm.
I assume they do, just because they have so much more time. I don't know.
Yeah, and it goes longer too, so like
Yeah.
definitely can do more if it's gone farther.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I think that's about all I've got for Alderman this week. I'm excited to see the final episode, though. Can't wait to see that character die. And maybe others.
I'm so
Who could
curious
say?
about which character it's gonna be.
Oh, oh, I'm excited.
I'm
I'm
so
excited to see you
curious.
react.
I don't even know where, like, who could
Hmm.
it be? Who?
Oh, who could it possibly be?
It's gonna be someone like just nonsense. I'm sure of it.
Yeah. Yeah. Sounds like it's going to be nonsense, definitely.
Yeah.
Oh,
Apparently, there's a time skip somewhere in the series.
huh. That would make sense, I guess.
Mm.
Because at the start of the series, I felt like Icta was eventually going to be like the top general of their side. And so it wouldn't surprise me if there's some time skip at some point. Like, yeah, we're just going to promote him a bunch of ranks, so he's actually in charge of like the entire army now.
Yeah, I mean, it's possible.
Yeah. I believe that.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Should we move on to Pleiades now?
Sure. Yeah, I
Yeah.
don't think I have anything else.
Yeah. I don't have a ton of notes on this episode,
It
but it was a
continues to
pretty good
be.
episode.
Yeah, it's a good episode. It continues to be
Yeah.
pretty straight,
Yeah.
but that's okay. It's not the
Yeah.
worst.
Yeah. I will say Subaru losing her magic powers was definitely unexpected.
Yeah, I mean, we kind of said for a while we were expecting one of them to and start to like
Mhm.
fade out of the universe, which was kind of happening.
Yeah.
So it wasn't too unexpected, but it was still little because it's like
Hmm.
the explanation for it's so bullshit. It's just like you've become something. You're no longer in a place of
Yeah.
choice, but it's like what'd she become? Like we didn't
Yeah.
clearly see her become anything. It's like you've chosen or whatever. Like you've decided like you don't want it to end or whatever. You've chosen that.
Yeah. That just seemed like so weirdly worded, and like that didn't make a lot of sense to me. Like, I don't know.
I don't know if that's a translation issue, if they're just bullshitting it.
Yeah.
Just
Maybe a
like
little.
just like how I think you're bullshitting me about characters dying. I I'm half expecting no character to die,
Yeah.
honestly.
We'll see. We'll see in a week. Yeah. I I have a note here that says I love Nanako because she's great. Because there was in the early part of the episode where she just yells cosplay research club fight on, and
Yeah.
it was just very good. It made me realize I wish there had been more Nanako interjecting in like her regular voice and not just acting as the president's translator. Because for the most part, she like just doesn't talk at all.
Hmm.
She's all just there as to talk as the president. I like the sound of her regular voice.
Yeah.
She was good.
The few times she does say stuff is always good.
Yeah. It's like this episode was really good because she like interjected a couple times. It would only be like saying a couple words here and there, but that was like all she really needed. And if they had been that sprinkled out throughout the entire show, I would have liked that a lot.
Yeah, tells off the president at one point.
Hmm.
I also
Yeah.
love when they all show up by Subaru and Minato. It's just
Hmm.
like they're all like freaking out about the teleports,
Yeah.
and she's just like, "Oh, hi Subaru, how's it going?"
Yeah.
Like, no worries
Yeah.
about any of it. Just like, "Hey, what's up?
Yeah.
Life, life
That was
treating you
very
well?"
good. Yeah. It was a very good moment. Yeah, and yeah, that Black Star Subaru outfit at the end
I
is very good.
I didn't like it, but
Yeah.
I'll tell you why. It was really
Mhm.
poor timing because it reminded me
Mhm.
too much of Bowsette.
Oh.
That's all I could think of when I saw it.
Oh, bells, that's good though.
Yeah, it is, but like, it was just such poor timing. I was like, wait, what?
Yeah. Yeah, this is the thing I'll say is like I like the general design of the outfit, but I don't think it fits Subaru like as a character for her personality. It looks very much more like a villainous or like some more like serious character. Like if Nanako had lost her abilities and then came back with that, that would be more fitting. I feel like
Hmm.
it's like a more mature character kind of. It just didn't seem to fit Nanako as a or Subaru. It just didn't really seem to fit her. But I do like the design in general.
Yeah. Yeah. I think the interesting thing about those designs were
Mhm.
we're shown them like trading the stars and stuff, and I almost feel like it comes back as like a metaphor for them giving each other power, and that's why she's
Mhm.
suddenly in a black dress and he's suddenly in like the white outfit, like they've traded their powers almost.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which when they say like it's a new magic too, it's like
Mhm.
that's sort of what it feels like. And then Minato fucks off to who knows where. He'll probably show up next episode, I guess. But
Yeah. Hopefully.
to do what, we'll find out.
Yeah. Who knows? Mm. I don't know. I actually don't have much more on this episode. Yeah. I I did like the banana giraffe on the milk
Oh
carton.
yeah, that was great.
It was adorable. I
Didn't
love
it
the
also
banana
have like a
giraffe.
cow udder too, or something?
There was I don't know if the banana giraffe did. There was also the strawberry cow.
I thought it was a
I don't know if
banana giraffe with a cow udder.
oh I oh it does. I took a screenshot of it. It totally has a cow udder.
I
That's really weird.
Yeah, it's because it's milk still, right?
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
it's
It's
apparently a
banana
yellow thing
milk.
that gives milk. Wait, do giraffes have udders? I'm searching up.
I mean, they don't have udders like a cow, but like I I would assume that they produce milk to feed to their children. I
Yeah,
assume.
they don't have udders. They
Yeah.
kind of do have tiny udders. Kind of.
I mean, those are just called nipples. It's,
Yeah, but no, like actually like bumps out kind of like an udder. Kind
yeah.
of.
Hmm. Interesting.
Interesting. Well, that's the thing I have in my Google search now. Giraffe udder.
Oh, yeah.
I really like how cute this show is.
Yeah. It's been very good. Very, very good. It
Good.
was like it's been like a pleasant surprise.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's some fights that have been a little, but it's
Yeah.
overall been quite good. I'm probably
Hmm.
gonna pick up the Blu-ray. I'm really enjoying it.
Yeah.
I have to stop picking magical girl shows, though.
Yeah.
That's all I
Because you'll
pick.
just have to keep buying them.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna run out of them.
Oh,
That's the
that too.
real issue. I'm so excited to see what happens in the last episode.
Oh, yeah.
I'm betting they'll get them all. They'll bring back the ship, and like Minato's been talking about wanting to disappear from this world, but like
Hmm.
I think it's more like as the Minato who was never given a choice, right? Become an
Mm.
act like wake up because he exists in that world kind of like as like a mental projection. If the mental projection disappears, maybe that means the real one will wake up.
Hmm.
But I think it'll probably end with them getting them all, the ship will be saved, and Subaru gets to make a wish and Minato gets to wake up. And that's probably the
Yeah.
end. Which, as sort of cookie cutter as it is, like I'm fine with that.
Hmm.
I like
Yeah.
happy endings quite a lot. I don't think it's bad to have a somewhat predictable and happy ending if you can pull it off right. Like that.
Yeah.
That's how I feel about like Little Witch. It was pretty predictable, but they pulled it off very well, and I still thought it was a
Hmm.
good ending.
Yeah, like as long as they nail the execution,
Mm-hmm.
it'll be totally fine. It's like, yeah, I feel like we've had a pretty solid idea on what the end of this show is going to be for a couple weeks now.
We've made some bullshit predictions on this
Yeah.
show that came pretty close to true.
Yeah. So yeah, nothing wrong with being a little predictable sometimes.
I'm good at making bullshit predictions.
You are. You're very good at that.
I'm going to make a bullshit prediction for Alderman. You said someone dies, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna say it's either going to be the princess or Yatori. Because it's
Yeah.
one of the two you're not gonna expect. And I'm
Interesting.
leaning towards the what's his name killing the princess to try to like make it seem less his fault and say the Alderans did it and
Mm-hmm.
try to escape. Or
Oh yeah.
it's going to be Yatori because I started thinking back about it. He's like, I can keep going as long as I have you. Like, that's my motivation. It's like, I could see them
Oh.
just fucking with him and doing. Because that,
Oh.
they kind of played like that same thing up for Kana, but not really, and then didn't take it anywhere. But if they just do it again and again, I could see it happen.
Mm-hmm.
I don't. My best bet is it's going to be either the other captain or one of Nano or the other girl. But
Mm-hmm.
my wild, crazy bullshit prediction, it's one of those two. We'll
Yeah.
see.
Interesting. I won't say anything, but it's interesting.
Because I feel like it's too early to kill off the main characters.
Yeah.
But again, anime's bullshit sometimes. Sometimes you
Yeah.
have to make bold predictions. I'm leaning slightly more to the princess, though. Because
Yeah.
they keep playing up like, you have to survive, you have to get back, and it's like, what happens if he does, but you're just dead?
Mm-hmm.
It's all for nothing. And then we don't get to find out why she wants him alive so much, and they tease that for a second season that didn't happen. I could see it. I could see it
Yeah.
happening.
Well, we'll find out next week
Alright.
on the season finale.
Can I get two bullshit predictions in one season? Because I almost got the two pieces and
Mm-hmm.
like the betrayal thing.
Yeah.
Almost. And then it was used kind of as like a trap.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I called it as going to be relevant to some kind of trap. So I was almost
Mhm.
right.
Yeah, that was pretty close.
So this is take two.
Yeah.
They're gonna kill off one of Icta's main harem,
Mm-hmm.
and probably one that has some more seeming plot armor.
Mm-hmm.
That's the
Yeah.
bold.
Yeah.
The safe prediction though is probably Nana.
Yeah.
The bold is I'm leaning more to Princess
Mm-hmm.
now. The more I think about it, more the Princess.
Yeah.
But I honestly I could see any of them dying.
Yeah.
And bullshit is either going to be Yatori or Princess, and standard
Yeah.
is going to be everyone else. Actually, true bullshit is Icta though. Give me that death.
Oh, that would be hilarious.
That'd be the best. It's
Oh,
not gonna
it would
happen
be.
though, because then who do the angsty man boys get to self-insert as to angst over the death of the waifu?
Yeah, true.
Because that's all the show's been so far.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, we'll find out next week on the season finale of Shenanimegans.
All right.
It'll be the end of season 6, I guess. And hey, if we don't miss next week, then we won't have missed any episodes this season.
Yeah, we'll have to talk about what we're doing next season too. Which
Yeah.
we'll be doing standard, but we have been contemplating some ideas for the season after.
Yeah.
You want to talk about the ideas?
I don't know. How long have we been going tonight? We're at an hour 40.
Yeah, I mean we've got like 6
Yeah.
minutes till 11.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe we'll leave that
Yeah,
talk for next week, I
we'll
think.
save it next week.
Yeah.
We'll save the surprise. So make
Yeah.
sure you watch for that.
Yeah. So yeah, that's all for this week. You can subscribe to our YouTube channel at shenanimegans.moe, or if you already watch us there, you can also see us live on Twitch on Monday nights at twitch.tv/Sasam, SASAM. And you can also come hang out on our Discord if you want to talk to us at shenanimans.moe/Discord, or you can follow us each on Twitter at thatlastly and at SasamBots. Yeah. we'll see you next week.
Take care, and we'll see you again.
Bye.